Hello students, I Dr. Rekha Mittal from Department of Chemistry, JECRC College. Today we'll discuss about the experiment number 7. The objective of experiment number 7 is to determine the strength of unknown solution of copper sulfate, titrating it against standard solution of sodium thiosulfate iodometrically. Iodometrically means the titration in which the iodine is liberated during the reaction. Now what apparatus we are using in the experiment? These are the apparatus or the reagents which we are using during the experiment: burette, pipette, conical flask, distilled water, unknown copper sulfate solution, sodium thiosulfate solution, 10% Ki solution, and starch as a indicator. Now first we should know about the theory, that what reaction takes place when we start the experiment, when we are doing the titration. Copper sulfate is determined by iodometric method. When Ki is added to copper sulfate solution, cuprous iodide is precipitated and equivalent amount of iodine get liberated. This free iodine is then titrated against a standard solution of hypo using starch as an indicator. The blue color of iodostarch complex which form when we are adding starch, then iodostarch complex is formed, which is when titrated it get disappear and till all the liberated iodine gets changed into sodium iodide. Due to the formation of cuprous iodide, the color of precipitate in conical flask will become white. So when we are titrating that solution in which the blue color appears, when we are titrating it with the hypo solution, then that blue color disappear into white, and this milky white color is because of cuprous iodide formation. And this color change shows that the reaction completed, and this is our end point. These are the reaction in which the copper sulfate react with Ki and it forms the white precipitate of cuprous iodide. Iodine is liberated. This iodine is treated with sodium thiosulfate solution, then sodium iodide is formed. This is the reaction when iodine is treated with, when the starch is added in the solution, then iodostarch complex is formed. Blue color solution, blue color appears in the solution. Now come to the procedure. Now first of all, to start the experiment, we should know how we have to do that experiment, what steps we have to follow for the titration. Take 10 ml of unknown copper sulfate aqueous solution in conical flask with the help of pipette. Add 3 to 5 ml of 10% Ki solution to the conical flask and stir the solution thoroughly so that red brown or dark brown color appears into it. Now fill the clean burette with hypo solution and titrate the copper sulfate solution in the conical flask until yellow color commences to decreases, means that dark color changes to pale yellow. Then add 2-3 drops of starch to it. As the color become light yellow, then we have to add starch, about 2 to 3 drops. Then blue color appears due to the formation of iodostarch complex. Now add hypo solution to it till blue color disappears and solution turns milky white due to the formation of cuprous iodide. Now we have to, this is the end point where the blue color changes to milky white. Now we have to repeatedly do this experiment, repeatedly do the observation to get the concordant reading. Concordant reading is the conjugative same reading observed in the titration. Repeatedly we are doing the experiment, and when we are getting the same reading continuously, then we have to stop that experiment and perform the calculation. So now we come to the experiment, how we do experiment in the laboratory. So we start our experiment.
Now we will start our experiment, and for the experiment we require the solutions, that is hypo solution, copper sulfate solution, Ki solution and starch as an indicator. Now we will take conical flask, and in this conical flask we will keep it out 10 ml of copper sulfate solution. This is 10 ml keep it. So now after taking 10 ml of copper sulfate solution in the conical flask, we have already filled the burette by hypo solution, by this solution, hypo solution. Now Ki solution is added in the conical flask 2 ml. Now the solution becomes yellow. Now the solution is allowed to pale yellow by titrating with hypo solution. Slowly and slowly hypo solution is added in the conical flask so that the proper reaction takes place. When the yellow color, dark yellow color become pale yellow, now see this pale yellow color appears. Now we will add starch as an indicator. 2 drops, 1, after adding 2-3 drops of starch in the conical flask, the blue color appears, and this blue color is of iodostarch complex. Now it is allowed to titrate with hypo solution. Again slowly and slowly hypo solution is added in the conical flask. Then this blue color disappears and the milky white color appears. This milky white color is because of copper iodide formation. So this is the end point where the milky white color appears. Now we will note down the reading, and its reading is 8.2. So this is our end point. At 8.2 we observe the reading. Now again we will repeat this experiment till we get the concordant reading. Now what is concordant reading? We get the two same reading. In continuation we get the same reading, that is known as the concordant reading. By this we will do the calculation. So this is all about the experiment, and then we will do the calculation, and finally we get the result, that is the achieved outcome. Thank you.
So now after doing experiment, we observe the following readings. This is our observation table, serial number, volume of copper sulfate solution, burette reading, volume of hypo solution, because in burette we have filled the hypo solution. So hypo solution, and this is the initial reading, and other column shows the final reading, and the last column is the concordant reading, that is the same reading. When we are getting continuously the same reading, that we have to write in the last column, that is in the concordant reading column. All the readings comes in ml. We have already mentioned in the observation table. So now volume of copper sulfate we have taken 10 ml. Burette reading is 0.0 because we have started from the 0, and final reading in the first reading observed is 8.2. Then the second reading we got 8.1, and third reading also 8.1. If we do carefully experiment, then we get continuously same reading in the third observation. So our concordant reading is 8.1. So this is our observation table. Now we'll do the calculation. These are the calculation here. Copper sulfate solution equivalent to sodium thiosulfate solution. Formula used for calculation is, as we know, the normal equation is N1V1 equals to N2V2, where N1 is normality of aqueous copper sulfate solution, which is unknown. V1 is volume of aqueous copper sulfate solution. N2 is normality of hypoaqueous solution, which is N by 40. And V2 is volume of hypoaqueous solution consumed, that is the burette reading. Now N1 into 10 is equal to N2 into V2. We have to find out the normality of copper sulfate solution. So N1 is the normality of copper sulfate solution. So N1 equals to N2 into V2 upon 10. N2 is what? N by 40, that is 1 by 40. So 1 by 40 into V2 upon 10 into 249.5. This is the equivalent weight of copper sulfate solution, because we are finding the strength. So strength is what? Strength is normality into equivalent weight. So strength is equal to 1 by 40 into, we observe here in observation table, our concordant reading is 8.1. So V2 is 8.1 upon 10 into 249.5. So after calculating, we get 5.04 grams per liter. This is the strength of aqueous copper sulfate solution. So now our outcome, that is already in expected outcome, is already given in the lab manual. We have calculated. This is the ideal answer, ideal outcome. The strength of given copper sulfate solution is 5.23 gram per liter according to expected outcome, and what we achieved after doing the titration, that is the achieved outcome, it is 5.04 grams per liter. Now the gap between the expected outcome and achieved outcome is 0.19 gram per liter. Now what precautions we are taking during the experiment? We have to follow all these precautions during the experiment so that we get the correct reading, correct observation. So number one, the clean glass apparatus is used for each titration. For each observation we have to use clean apparatus. Number two, fresh reagents and solution should be prepared. Third number, exact volume of aqueous copper sulfate solution is taken with the help of pipette. And the final point is that end point should be observed carefully. If we observe end point carefully, then we definitely get the achieved outcome very close to expected outcome. So this is all about the experiment. Thank you.